Battletoads on the Super Nintendo isn't just hard, it's a masterclass in arcade-style level design that most players never got to fully appreciate. Today, we're breaking down every brutal second of this legendary beat-em-up. Released in 1994 by Rare, the SNES version of Battletoads arrived near the end of the console's lifespan. Unlike the infamous NES original, this version redefined the formula with improved visuals and tighter controls, but kept that soul-crushing difficulty that made the franchise notorious. It sold modestly, but earned a cult following among players who could actually survive past the speeder bikes. Here's what's fascinating. While most beat-em-ups of the era focused on combat variety, Battletoads went completely rogue. Rare decided to blend fighting game mechanics with reflex-based obstacle courses, transforming limbs into oversized weapons, and creating genre-defying stages that played more like a rhythm game than brawlers. The question is, was this genius or madness? Now let's compare this to its contemporaries. In 1994, it gave us Donkey Kong Country, also by Rare, which revolutionized graphics. Meanwhile, Streets of Rage 2 perfected the traditional beat-em-up combat, and Mega Man X dominated action platforming. Battletoads? It refused to pick a lane. The developers introduced the smash hit system. Your Toad's limbs morph into anvils, hammers, and battle axes when landing killing blows. It's visually spectacular and deeply satisfying, but here's the innovation. The game's constantly shifting genres. Stage 1 is pure combat. Stage 2 becomes a vertical platformer. Stage 3, full-blown, high-speed racing with split-second timing. This wasn't just variety for variety's sake here. Rare was experimenting with muscle memory disruption. Just when you master the combat timing, they throw you onto a speeder bike, moving at ludicrous speed. Just when you memorize those patterns, you're surfing on a giant snake through spiked mazes. The game forces constant adaptation. This is why it feels impossibly difficult. Now here's what modern players face. There's no checkpoints, limited continues, and stage layouts that punish you for not knowing what's coming. The bonus stages offer extra lives, but good luck collecting pins while dodging skull-marked obstacles. Co-op sounds helpful until you realize one player's death ends both runs in many sections. The controls feel stiff compared to modern standards. The 3-hit combo system requires precise timing. Running requires double tapping, which leads to accidental dashes into hazards. And those platform attacks in stage 2, you constantly miss them until you understand the exact positioning required. And that's why we're here. This walkthrough will decode every stage, reveal enemy patterns, explain the smash hit system, show you the optimal routes through the chaos, and give you the strategies Rare expected you to discover through countless deaths. By the end, you'll understand why this game is brilliant and how to actually beat it. We'll be covering all 6 main stages, both bonus rounds, every boss pattern, and the secrets hidden in the code, including 2 different endings most players knew never existed. Now let's jump in, starting with Rash and Pimple's rescue mission through the Chaos Mountains. Are you following along this walkthrough on your Nintendo Switch? Tired of cramping hands and awkward controller positions? Check out my custom Joy-Con grip. It's designed specifically for serious Nintendo Switch Online gaming. This isn't your standard grip. It's built for comfort, lets you hold your controllers the way they were meant to be held, and it's seriously sturdy. No flimsy plastic here. Whether you're grinding through classic NES games or tackling tough retro levels, your hands will thank you. Stop fighting with your controllers and start playing comfortably. Grab yours now. I'll leave a link in the description and level up your Switch Online experience. On Stage 1, Chaos Mountains. Stage 1 is your only traditional fighting stage in the entire game, so enjoy punching pigs while you can. The main hazard here isn't the enemies, it's the crumbling ground beneath your feet. Fall off the screen and you're done. Notice those cave entrances? They spawn waves of enemies, and your positioning determines whether you survive efficiently or get overwhelmed. Now right from the start, a pig emerges from the left cave. Take it down quickly because another spawns from the right immediately after. Now move right and watch for the white skeleton jumping from that small volcano. It's a standard enemy and an easy takeout. Now here's your first tactical moment. See those 2 cave entrances ahead? Get them both fully on screen, then position yourself dead center between them as high up as you can go. When the pigs emerge from both caves, stay completely still. They'll walk into range and you can unleash a 2-sided attack that hits both simultaneously. This is crucial. Don't move, just attack when they're close. Now 2 more pigs spawn after these, so repeat the pattern. The fireball sequence. After clearing some skeletons from the volcanoes, the screen will shake. That background volcano is about to erupt. 8 fireballs drop in sequence, and you need rhythm to survive this. You'll want to start moving in circles. After the first fireball lands, get to the bottom of the screen and wait 4 seconds, then move left. Another fireball drops where you're standing. Wait 4 more seconds, then move right. The timing tightens after the 3rd fireball, so keep that left-right rhythm consistent. With 2 players, these drop much faster, so call out the movements. Moving on, see that bridge ahead? It burns away instantly, so start running before you reach it and jump to the midpoint. Throw in an attack mid-jump to nail the pig waiting at the other end. Perfect execution lands you safely with 1 less enemy. Okay, now you're trapped in a narrow area with 2 pigs spawning. This is where inexperienced players go to lose. Don't try comboing them. The second pig will hit you while you're locked into animation. Instead, jump attack the nearest one to knock it down, then immediately jump and attack the other. You need breathing room, not damage here. Before we dive into Chaos Mountains, let's take a moment to remember what gaming felt like in June of 1993. You'd walk into your local game store, maybe it was a Toys R Us, maybe it was that independent shop downtown, and there it was on the shelf to the right. It was a bold box with 3 angry toads ready to wreck everything in sight. Back in the day, Rare was on an absolute tear. This was the company that would change everything with Donkey Kong Country just a year later. But in 1993, they were still experimenting and still pushing boundaries. And Battlemaniacs? This was them saying, what if we remixed our own greatest hits but made them Super Nintendo level gorgeous? Can you believe they released this the same month as Battletoads Double Dragon? 2 Battletoads games simultaneously. That's like dropping 2 MCU movies the same weekend. The ambition was unreal. Okay, now here comes the hardest fight in stage 1. A cave rises and 3 black pigs spawn, the tankiest enemy type. As player 1, this is brutal. Jump attacks are your friend, but you must constantly move in zigzag patterns to prevent them from surrounding you. If you do get surrounded, 1 pig on one side, 2 on the other, then work the angles. Say you're at the bottom with 1 pig left, 2 right, go up or left, then quickly jump down left while attacking. Hit the lone pig, then dash toward the pair from below. Jump attack to separate them. The key is never being on the same horizontal line. Attack at angles where you're either above or below their strike line. If all 3 are on one side, bait them to split apart. Then use jump attacks from diagonal approaches. Get them hitting each other whenever possible. It's messy, but doable. After that gauntlet, position far right. A black pig flies in from the right and falls left, but you'll be out of range. Take it out, then here's a speed trick. Pick up the corpse with X and toss it into the white column for an instant kill. Cross the hole, stay right, and 3 green skeletons emerge from below. Jump straight up and attack. Proper positioning knocks them into the pit you just crossed. The second erupting volcano drops 9 fireballs using the same rhythm pattern. That's one reason why I enjoy these classic video game playthroughs. They remind you just how much design went into even the simplest moments. Let's start with an easy one. What year did Battletoads and Battlemaniacs release in North America? And here's the tricky part. What other Battletoads game came out at the exact same time? Drop both answers in the comments. Stay on the bottom screen. After this, a massive chunk of upper ground collapses. Good thing you listened and stayed low. Another bridge with the same running jump tactic. Another black pig to toss into oblivion, then carefully jump right off the crumbling ground to reach the boss. Here's a question for the lore experts out there. The entire game takes place inside a virtual reality system with a very specific acronym. What does TRIPS stand for? Bonus points if you get all 5 words right. Boss battle, Rocky. Now Rocky is a giant stone pig with 1 attack pattern and massive health. Don't panic when you see smash hits landing, but he's still alive. He's too big for your normal attacks. You'll want to attack him immediately until he falls off the right edge. Move to the far left edge and wait. Now watch his shadow when he jumps. Move to the left edge. He lands beside you. Attack 3 times before he falls off screen. Run back to the left edge and repeat. Never touch his body or you'll be crushed. This part really shows why I love doing SNES playthroughs with commentary. There's so many small details you miss unless you're playing it again years later. With that out of the way, onto stage 2, the infested tree. Can you name the composer? Who created the rocking soundtrack for the SNES version of Battlemaniacs? Hint, he's famous for another rare franchise involving apes and bananas. Let me know in the comments. Fun fact, the artistic style deliberately leans into cartoon exaggeration. When you land a smash hit, limbs transform into comically oversized objects. It's basically a playable Looney Tunes episode. This one's for the geography nerds. The game's story begins at a fortress in northern Tibet. Can you name the specific location? It's a real place, by the way. Welcome to the vertical stage. You're descending through a tree on floating platforms, and everything scrolls downward. Your platform is a weapon here. Position yourself at the screen edges, press toward the edge, then attack. Your platform launches across the screen, crushing enemies. This is about timing and knowing when to use your platform versus direct attacks. Now 4 large metallic insects cling to the walls, 2 per side. Attack them immediately before they start flying and stinging. Here's a secret that most players miss. Each hit bug 5 times or more before killing it for an extra life. If you're grinding for lives, this is your spot. Otherwise, just clear them fast. Now move to the left edge. 2 snakes appear on the right. Platform attack them to crush them both. If the top snake is out of range, wait for it to stop snapping, then rush in with a quick combo. Don't hesitate or you'll get bitten. After navigating the spiked field, you'll see 8 bugs in a 4x2 formation. If you're fast, get to the upper screen above a column and platform attack straight down. You'll nail multiple bugs instantly. Here's some obscure trivia about the cancelled European release. The Master System port was supposed to come out in Europe in 1994, but which publisher pulled it at the last second despite magazines already reviewing it? Over to the rat cannons. Here's where it gets weird. Rat cannons fire large, invincible rats at you. You can't hurt them, you must dodge. But here's the trick. Use your platform attack. While you're launching the platform, rats pass through you harmlessly. Time your platform attacks when the rats approach. 1 from the right, 1 from the left, alternating. Then 4 from the right simultaneously. Platform attack through all of them. Did you know the setting is specifically the Gayacheng La Fortress in northern Tibet? Rare gave the game's prologue an actual real-world location. Someone on the development team did their geography homework. Here's one for the speedrunners and the completionists out there. How many missiles do you need to successfully shoot at Volkmeyer's teleporter to get the good ending? Moving on to the magnet rats. Now 4 rats with magnets alternate sides, pulling you toward their punches. When you feel the pull, count 1 second, then attack. You'll interrupt their punch and knock them away. Don't attack too early or too late. 1 second is the magic timing. Moving on to the laser bots. Now stay near the top. 4 laser bots spawn 1 at a time. You'll want to attack one. It zips away to another position. Just keep attacking. About 5 hits takes them out each. Now anticipate where they reappear by moving down and turning around after each hit. The final 2 spawn together. Let them line up, dodge their opening lasers, and one will blast the other. Then finish the survivor. Alright, let's talk about those bonus stages. After which 2 stages do the bowling pin bonus rounds appear? Give me both stage numbers and you're a true expert. Moving on to the speed descent. After clearing fans that try blowing you into spikes, press against the first 4, then press away from the pulling fan. Now press toward it on the right side. You've hit the finale. The scroll speed triples. Position yourself middle top of the screen. Let's test your knowledge on the game's reception. What score did GameFan magazine give Battlemaniacs? This is one of the highest ratings the game ever received, so guess high. Now guide your toad through a spiked field at breakneck speed, sharp, short movements only. Don't go to the extreme edges. The pattern alternates. Long fall left, long fall right, quick left-right adjustments through alternating spikes. Your reflexes will hate you until you memorize this. Land in the bonus stage if you survive. Bonus stage, the bowling pins. Time to farm extra lives. Now collect red and white pins for 1 point, blue and white pins for 5 points. You'll want to avoid the black skull pins. They drain your health and your pin count. The rats ride your platform trying to sabotage you. Every 100 pins equals 1 extra life. You can't lose a life here, but running out of health ends the round early. The opening formation is a diamond cluster of red pins. Grab them all. A line of 14 red pins appears down the center. It's easy pickings. Red pins then alternate between top and bottom edges. Just pick a side and commit. The rat encounters start with pairs doing vertical zigzags. The bottom of the screen, wait for one to hit the top of its arc, slip past, then position before the second. Pass it when it rises. There's 5 pairs total. Next, 3 fast horizontal rats on different lines. Top, middle, bottom. You'll want to stay bottom left. The first 2 pass overhead. Now move up slightly for the third, then drop back down. Repeat this pattern 3 times. Then paired rats alternate top and bottom. Just move up and down to avoid them. It's a mix of single and paired rats follows. Single down the middle, pairs on the edges. Stay centered for singles. Move to top or bottom for pairs. Now watch for black pins appearing in groups of 6 after the zigzag sections. 2 black pins per group. Memorize their positions to avoid point loss.
So you just beat Rocky, that massive stone pig who defined boss presence in the early 90s. But how did the gaming press react when Battlemaniacs first dropped? Let's crack open the time capsule. Electronic Gaming Monthly, the Bible of gaming journalism back then, sent 4 reviewers at the game. Their scores? 3 8s and a 9 out of 10. It was 4 critics and 3 of them landed on the exact same number. That's consensus. But here's where that gets interesting. GameFan magazine, known for their over-the-top enthusiasm, gave this a whopping 97%. Are you kidding me? A 97%. They basically called it near perfect. Meanwhile, SNES Force came in at 68%, and Famitsu had 4 reviewers that averaged 6.5 out of 10. The critics simply couldn't agree, and you know what? That's actually perfect for Battletoads. This game divided people because it dared to be different. Some reviewers praised what Andy Smith from Sega Power called varied types of action and occasional humorous touches. Others, they wanted something completely original and felt burned by the difficulty. Smith himself gave the Master System port 72% and had this amazing quote, "Battletoads had shades of originality. Battlemaniacs just had shades." That's such a 90s magazine burn. It's poetic, cutting, but still giving it a passing grade.
With that out of the way, on to stage 3, the speeder bikes. The legend, the nightmare, the stage that broke friendships. You're on a high-speed bike racing through 5 sections. Barriers flash before appearing. Watch the right edge religiously. Miss one jump and it's an instant doom. No health bars here, just perfection or failure. On section 1, 2 long barriers appear after flashing. When they flash, count 2 seconds, then jump. 4 vertical barriers alternate top and bottom. You want short movements only. 4 single vertical barriers follow the same pattern. Then 4 more long barriers. 2, pause, then 2 more quickly. Jump the first pair, then immediately jump again for the second pair. On to section 2. The ramp debuts here. It's light blue with white arrows. Hit them to launch airborne. Press jump on contact for extra height. The first ramp is center screen.
Paired vertical barriers follow rapidly, alternating top and bottom. Now 2 spaced long barriers after this. Once you've done that, 4 ramps are in sequence. The bottom, top, bottom, then top. Now vertical barriers in groups of 3 appear in triangular formations. Quick vertical dodging is required here. Onto section 3, the air barriers arrive. Shadows underneath indicate they're floating above you. Don't jump for those 3. 1 long ground barrier follows an air barrier 3 times. Jump the ground, duck under the air, then repeat. Paired vertical barriers return. Then a top screen ramp appears. A major obstacle, 3 long barriers requiring 1 jump. Let the first barrier approach, then long jump. Hold the button and press forward. Onto section 4, 3 ramps in ascending diagonal formation, 3 air barriers after. 4 sets of paired verticals again. Now rat pods appear, floating green ships doing zigzag patterns. Here's a secret, stay in the upper left corner and they'll never hit you. Thank you, physics. Now in the chaos, you'll fall into the peanut floor. Yes, peanuts. Hold jump while in the floor. Gray peanut ramps launch you back into solid ground. Jump land sections as far as possible. Only land in peanuts at the end of long jumps. 2 peanut ramps total during this section. In section 5, your thumb is about to earn its medal. 22 single vertical barriers at overdrive speed. They don't flash, they just appear. The middle of the track, not the screen. With that out of the way, onto stage 4, Karnath's Revenge. Stage 4 features giant snake platforming. You jump between moving serpents while avoiding spiked covered walls. Time your jumps based on snake movements. Fall into the spikes and you're done. This stage is 4 sections of pattern memorization. In section 1, there's no spikes. Grab the yellow snake as it rises, ride it into the wall, transfer to the gray snake. When the gray descends, stay on its upper body briefly, then slide over to the side as it creates a pit. Grab it and ride to the wall. Jump to the next yellow snake. White floating rocks appear as the yellow approaches them. Jump onto those rocks. Now wait 5 to 7 seconds for a gray snake, then grab it, then ride it to section 2. On to section 2, the spike introduction. Your snake turns bright yellow or orange during this section. Small jump onto the platform ahead, your long jump hits overhead spikes. Now wait for the snake to go vertical, grab it, jump over to the spiked wall, duck under the next, ride it fully into the wall, fall onto the emerging green snake, jump spikes onto the screen, ride to the wall, then jump up to a yellow snake, jump left to catch a fast green snake. Now duck under the wall while riding. 3 short fast snakes appear as the green reaches the wall. Jump up on each. From the 3rd, jump to a normal speed long green snake. Another snake rises beside you. Jump left to grab it. Pass the spike ball. Jump right back to your original snake. Jump over spikes ahead with small jumps. Ride to the wall, press and hold left. When the snake disappears, fall onto 3 fast snakes moving right. Here's the technical part. You want to jump spikes with small jumps only. It's incredibly spike dense here. At the wall, jump to the red snake, ride it to the wall, push right and jump onto it when it rises. Ride fully into the wall. Drop or jump onto a fast yellow snake. Jump again onto a fast red, then onto a slow snake. Onto section 4, the ice section. Ice means momentum. Jump the first spike, then duck immediately. Your jump momentum will make you slide under 4 spikes. If you don't have enough speed, you'll lose a life. Long jump over the first spike while pressing left, then duck. Grab the snake, ride to the wall. Now take small jumps over spikes. You'll want to jump when it disappears. Land on a purple snake. You want to jump over the right spike, then press left to stay horizontal when it descends. A white snake appears above. You want to grab it, duck, and duck the entire ride. Now you'll want to fall onto purple, duck the spikes, and press left to stay horizontal. Jump and grab when it rises. Before the spikes, press left to hold your position without falling. When you hear a new snake, jump left to the white snake. Now ride the wall, jump up onto the purple. You'll want to jump right, then left when white appears. You'll want to follow until the purple returns, then jump onto the purple. A few hops, and you transition to stage 5. With that out of the way, onto stage 5, tractors. Fuzz chases you with a buzzsaw-equipped tractor through a serpentine rail system. Keep moving or get sawed in half. Duck under walls marked danger signs. Jump gaps marked by rail out signs. Don't react to the signs immediately. A 2-second delay after passing them. Through the route navigation, you want to go down, right, up, right, down, left, up. The turns come fast. You'll see warning signs of walls and holes. Danger means duck. An exclamation mark, diamonds mean jump. 2 seconds after passing signs, execute the action. Ramps launch you automatically to catch rails on walls. No input is needed, just don't panic. The map to the left show the layout, but here's the critical rhythm. Alternating turns build muscle memory. Downright patterns dominate early, then left sequences, then rapid down movements into right turns. When you hit the long horizontal segments in section 5, you're near the end. The final sequence requires duck, jump, jump in quick succession while holding right. 5 inputs, all rapid fire. Practice this on your own until it's automatic. You just conquered Karnath's Revenge, surfing on ice skates through spiked mazes. It's pretty wild, right? But here's a story even wilder. The Sega Master System port that only Brazil received. In 1994, Cyrox Developments ported Battlemaniacs to the Master System. Virgin Interactive Entertainment was set to publish it across Europe with a July of 1994 launch date. British magazines reviewed it, everything was ready, and then Virgin pulled it with no explanation, no announcement, just gone. Fast forward to 1996, Tectoy in Brazil releases the Master System version. But here's the kicker. It's barely finished. Some stages have no music. The bonus rounds have choppy scrolling. The turbo tunnel has invisible obstacles. It's essentially an unfinished beta build sold as a complete game. Imagine being a Brazilian gamer in 1996, picking this up years after the SNES version and discovering your version is haunted by glitches and missing features. With that out of the way, onto the bonus round, dominoes. Second life farming opportunity here. Red and white dominoes are worth 1 point, blue dominoes are worth 5. Black dominoes are bad, you'll want to avoid them. Rats return with their usual patterns. 100 dominoes equals 1 extra life. The layout is extremely erratic compared to the bowling pins. Expect all the rat patterns from bonus 1, zigzag pairs, horizontal speeders in 3, paired vertical rats, and the new triple stacked formation. 3 rats vertically aligned, then another 3. Dominoes appear in lines, then alternating top-bottom clusters. Black dominoes start showing up mid-round mixed into groups of 6, 2 black per group. Memorize their positions. Stay mobile, prioritize blue dominoes when safe, and use rat patterns to plan your routes through domino formations. If you mastered bonus 1, this is the same skill set with trickier layouts. Okay, you just crushed the bowling pin stage. Let's talk about why this game's story premise was absolutely mind-blowing for 1993. The entire game takes place inside Trips, total reality integrated playing system. This is a virtual reality world called the Gamescape. The year is 1993. The Oculus Rift wouldn't exist for another 19 years. The Matrix won't hit theaters for 6 more years. And here's Rare crafting a plot where the Battletoads literally jump into a computer-generated world to save their friends. Remember when? This was pure science fiction, when the idea of entering a video game was the wildest concept we could imagine. Rare was tapping into something that felt futuristic, dangerous, and exciting. Professor T. Bird demonstrates this new VR system at the Fortress in Tibet. Yes, they gave it a real location, and boom, A pig of the apocalypse leaps out of the screen and kidnaps people. This was meta before we really understood what meta meant. You're playing a video game about characters trapped in a video game fighting computer-generated villains. The layers here were next level for a beat 'em up. Now let's talk about something Battlemaniacs innovated that often gets overlooked. Rash and Pimple feel totally different. In the original Battletoads, the character selection didn't really matter. All three Toads controlled identically, but Rare learned something between 1991 and 1993 that players wanted identity. They wanted their choice to mean something. So in Battlemaniacs, Pimple gets the BT Big Hammer, that exaggerated hammer smash that defines his bruiser personality. Rash gets the classic Big Boot Block from the original, that massive spiked boot that became iconic. The different combos, the different special moves, and the different feels. While this might seem basic now, but back in the day, most beat-em-ups treated characters as palette swaps with identical movesets. Streets of Rage 2 differentiated characters through speed and power, sure, but moveset variety? That was still being figured out. Rare also gave players longer health meters than previous games. This was mercy, pure mercy. The original Battletoads was controller-destroyingly hard, partly because you died so easily. Battlemaniacs dialed it back just enough to feel challenging rather than punishing. You're racing Scuzz down the Dark Queen's tower. Beat him to each section's TNT and blow him up before he does it to you. You can hit Scuzz to slow him down, but be careful. Bad timing knocks him forward instead of backward. 3 sections to survive. In section 1, 2 laser bots die in one hit. Smash hit kills. Wait for the first to fire. Hit it, then fall and kill the second one. Wall-mounted heads shoot multi-hit fireballs. Edge of the platform above them. Wait for the shot, fall, and move away immediately. Scuzz now appears and the race starts. The key principle: minimize platform time. Always hit platform edges to fall off instantly. Long falls left, then right. Platforms get longer as you ascend. You'll want to stay airborne as much as possible here. If Scuzz is close on a long plank, turn and hit him near the edge. If you're in the middle of the plank away from the fall edge, hitting him risks knocking him over the edge ahead of you. Only hit him when you're near the edge you need to fall from. Alternating planks, jutting left and right. Stay center of the screen, barely touch the edges. Long plank exited left, more alternating planks, another long left exit plank where Scuzz catches up. Be ready to hit him. A moving bridge with a hole. Fall through. Okay. This question is about how long the game stayed in limbo. Battlemaniacs finally got its first official re-release in February of 2024. How many years after the original SNES release is that? Do the math and impress me in the comments. Did you know you fight Scuzz, a rat on a buzzsaw tractor, throughout the entire final level before facing the Dark Queen? He's basically a reoccurring mini-boss that chases you down the tower. Most games would save that for one fight, but Rare made you face him across 3 separate sections. Now for a character-specific question. Pimple and Rash each have unique special moves in this game. What's the name of Pimple's signature finishing move where a giant hammer appears? Here's a tragedy. Critics praised the gameplay variety and David Wise's soundtrack, but killed the game for its difficulty and lack of originality. It reviewed well, but not great, averaging around 78%. Boss battle, Dark Queen. The final boss in Battletoads and Battlemaniacs is the Dark Queen, and she teleports around 5 positions shooting skulls. All of your hits are like smash hits, like Rocky, but she has way less health. You'll want to duck immediately upon landing. Her first shot passes overhead. Don't move while falling into the arena or she'll angle shot you. When she becomes a light tornado, follow it closely. During the bottom platform appearances, stand directly over the tornado, duck, and when the skull passes overhead, stand up and attack. During the upper platform appearances, stand under her platform, then wait for her full materialization, move toward the center screen. Now she fires down and misses, you'll want to jump and attack. She has 5 spawn points, the extreme left, the center, the extreme right on the bottom, and then the 2 upper platforms. Her shots are usually horizontal, but she can angle them if you're mispositioned. Repeat the pattern until defeated. You see, Most players never knew this, but there are 2 endings. After beating the Dark Queen, you can chase Silas Volkmeyer's flying saucer. The crosshairs move up and down on screen. This isn't a cutscene, you actually control the missiles. 3 direct hits crashes the UFO. If you shoot it down, the ending shows it discovered in the Himalayas with no sign of Volkmeyer. If you miss or don't shoot, the ending says Volkmeyer escaped, but he learned his lesson. Your choice, let the villain escape or end him for good. And that's how to beat Battletoads Battlemaniacs on the SNES. All 6 stages, both bonus rounds, both bosses, and the secret dual endings. You now understand why this game earned its reputation. It's not random difficulty, it's pattern mastery, reflexes, and memorization disguised as a beat 'em up. The smash hit system rewards precision. The genre shifting stages keep you off balance intentionally. The speeder bikes are gaming history, and that Ice Snake section, pure psychological warfare. You've got the routes now, you know the patterns, you understand the philosophy behind Rare's madness. Next time, we're diving into another forgotten classic that punished an entire generation. If you thought this was hard, wait until you see what we're covering next. Let's just say it involves ninjas, time limits, and even less mercy than the Battletoads ever showed. If this walkthrough guide helped you finally conquer this legend, smash that like button, subscribe for more retro walkthroughs where we break down gaming's most brutal challenges. Drop a comment telling me which stage destroyed you the most. I guarantee it was stage 3 for 95% of you. Thanks for watching, and remember, when a game seems impossible, it's just waiting for you to learn its language. Now go forth and smash some toads. I'll see you in the next one.